All right, let's dive in. Today we're heading back into the world of Cody's War.
Back into the fray.
Yeah. We're looking specifically at Book 7, Flight of the Nuvukz.
Oh, okay.
Things get
Complex.
they get really complex in this one, yeah. We're dealing with multiple alien species.
Lots of them.
Constantly shifting alliances.
Yep.
Mysteries. It's a wild ride.
Absolutely.
So if you haven't read the book yet, you might want to catch up first because we're going to be diving deep into the story.
Deep dive.
Yeah, this is a deep dive.
All right.
So the book kicks off with the Daiwini surrender
Right.
to the Thrakzz. Now, on the surface, it seems pretty straightforward,
Uh-huh.
but there are whispers of inconsistencies and missing information.
Always something, isn't there?
Always something. And we're dealing with thousands of alien languages here.
Oh, yeah.
So translating and deciphering these messages is a massive undertaking.
Absolutely. And prone to error, too.
Yeah, misunderstandings are bound to happen.
Oh, yeah. It's like a giant game of interstellar telephone.
Uh-huh. I like that. So how do we make sense of this surrender, then?
Well, luckily we have Maddie Newson,
Yeah.
a brilliant young diplomat who's not buying the official story.
I like her already.
She's our guide through all of this.
Awesome.
This web of interstellar politics, determined to uncover the truth about the Daiwini.
Okay, so she's the one who's going to help us untangle this mess. All right, I'm ready for some answers. What does she find?
Well, her investigation takes us to the gem,
The gem.
a colossal ringworld on a collision course with something called the bridge.
Hold on, a ring world. Like a giant artificial world in the shape of a ring.
Precisely. Imagine a structure so vast it dwarfs entire planets.
That's mind-boggling. And what about this bridge? What is that?
It's a gateway between universes.
Whoa, now this is where things start to get really interesting. But why is the gem heading towards this interdimensional bridge?
That's the big question. And it might be connected to a cataclysmic event from the past, the Time of Darkness.
Okay, the time of darkness. Tell me more about that.
Yeah. This event happened 1,000,000 years ago and wiped out the Thrakzz on the gem.
1,000,000 years ago. That's ancient history. But how does that relate to the gem's current trajectory?
It seems the bridge isn't exactly a smooth passage.
Oh.
It reacts violently to anything trying to enter slowly.
Oh, so it's like a cosmic speed bump.
Kind of. The gem's rapid approach might be the only way to navigate it safely.
That's intense. So we've got this massive ring world hurtling towards a dangerous interdimensional bridge. And this is all tied to an event that wiped out an entire civilization 1,000,000 years ago.
Yeah, it's a lot to unpack.
Definitely a lot to unpack.
Mm.
And I have a feeling we're just getting started.
Oh, we're just scratching the surface.
Because there are other players on this galactic stage, right?
Oh, yeah. We've got the Kentor, another alien race that surrendered to the Thrakzz.
Okay, the Kentor. What are they like?
They're fascinating. Technologically less advanced than the Thrakzz.
Okay.
But they have this unique understanding of nature. They build starships by growing them.
Growing them. Like literally cultivating them from organic material.
Yes. It's incredible.
That's so different from how we do things.
Yeah.
Makes you wonder about the possibilities.
Right. It's a whole different approach to technology.
And what about their society? What's that like?
Their societal structure is interesting, too.
I hope so.
They value makers, those who create and build, over talkers, those focused on diplomacy and communication.
That's a fascinating inversion of our values.
Right. They prioritize creation and innovation over talking.
It's a good reminder that there are many ways to approach problems.
Absolutely. Different paths to progress.
So where does humanity fit into all of this?
Well, as always, we're trying to navigate this complex landscape, forging alliances where we see human diplomats like Hank Cutter and Ilsa Engine working to establish trust with the Kentor.
I can imagine that's not easy.
It's a delicate balancing act.
Building trust with a species that has such a different worldview?
It takes patience and understanding.
Absolutely. But if they succeed, that alliance could be crucial.
Couldn't agree more.
This is all incredibly fascinating, but I have a feeling we're just getting started.
You're right about that.
There's more.
Oh, there's always more. Just when you think you're starting to understand things, Flight of the Nuvukz throws us a curveball. The Crucible.
Crucible? What's that?
It's a mysterious entity being built by an unknown force.
Okay, mysterious and unknown, I'm intrigued. What else do we know about it?
The scale is mind-boggling. 6 stars are being used as a power source.
6 stars.
Uh,
It's hard to even comprehend that much energy. What could possibly require that much power?
That's the question, isn't it? And what's even more perplexing is how it functions. We're talking about energy being converted into programmed matter.
Programmed matter. So like a 3D printer on a cosmic scale.
Exactly. A technology that could create anything. Weapons, ecosystems, you name it.
That's both amazing and terrifying at the same time.
It is. The potential implications are huge.
So who's behind this? Do we have any clues?
That's where it gets even more complicated. We're introduced to the Sarducci, a species known for their manipulation.
The Sarducci, okay.
They're the ones responsible for the Thrakz's downfall on the gem 1,000,000 years ago.
So they've got a history.
They're masters of deception, always working behind the scenes.
So you're saying they might be behind the crucible?
It's definitely a possibility. They've demonstrated this incredible level of technological sophistication.
And their history suggests they're always up to something.
Right. They always have some kind of scheme going on.
It sounds like we've stumbled into the middle of a cosmic conspiracy. This mysterious crucible, a manipulative alien race, and a ring world heading towards an interdimensional gateway. This is wild.
It's just the beginning.
We'll have to pause here for now, but get ready, because things are about to get even wilder in part 2.
Flight of the Nuvukz doesn't really let up on the surprises, does it?
No, it doesn't.
Throws us right into the deep end?
Yeah, it does. And keeps going.
It keeps going. Yeah. We've got alien politics and ancient mysteries, and every answer just leads to more questions.
That's what I love about it.
Yeah.
So what happens next? Who else joins this cosmic drama?
Well, just when you think you've got a handle on who are introduced to the Inscanna.
Okay, the Inscanna. Another alien race.
Another one, yep. And these guys are aggressive.
Aggressive. How so?
Shoot first, ask questions later kind of philosophy.
Oh, so not the diplomatic type.
Not really, no. They believe the best defense is a good offense.
Well, that's a dangerous way of thinking in a galaxy where one ship can destroy a planet.
That's true. Very true. And speaking of dangerous, remember the Crucible?
The one that vanished. How could I forget? That was a major cliffhanger.
Well, it reappears.
It does. Where does it pop up?
Near the chaser fleet.
Oh, that can't be good.
Not good at all, no. And it turns out the Crucible is not just some random artifact.
Okay, I'm really curious now. What is it then?
It's being built by a force that can manipulate space-time.
Space-time. You mean like bend reality itself?
Exactly. We're talking about technology that's beyond anything we've ever seen. It suggests a level of knowledge and power that's almost godlike.
That's incredible. And a little scary, to be honest. So the Crucible isn't just a weapon. It can actually reshape reality.
It can, yeah. The possibilities are mind-boggling, both good and bad.
I'm trying to wrap my head around that, but it's just, wow. What are the implications of that kind of power?
It's hard to even imagine. Time travel, teleportation, creation of matter. The limits are pretty much non-existent.
This is getting more and more complex. So this Crucible, it's programmed to create something.
Right, but we don't know what
or why.
It's like a giant cosmic mystery box.
What could be so important that it needs this level of power to create?
That's the question that haunts the narrative. And the most disturbing possibility is that the Sarducci are behind it.
The Sarducci? The master manipulators?
They're very same.
If they're the ones building this Crucible, what does that mean for everyone else?
That's a good question. It doesn't bode well, that's for sure. They've already shown what they're capable of.
It's like we're caught in the middle of some kind of cosmic power struggle.
We are. And while all this is happening, the Chasers decide to launch a massive attack on the Thrakzz.
Oh no, another attack. What are they thinking?
It seems they want to completely wipe out the Thrakzz. They send 10,000 ships.
10,000? That's a crazy number.
They figure that should be enough to do the job.
That seems a bit overconfident, doesn't it?
It does, especially considering who they're up against. The Thrakzz, remember, are a warrior race.
Right. Surrender is the ultimate dishonor to them.
They might be outnumbered, but they're not giving up without a fight.
Yeah.
And they have some unexpected help.
Unexpected help? From whom?
Human commanders.
Human commanders. Helping the Thrakzz.
Yep. People like Lajib, Ubnaj, and Iofo Bannon come up with these brilliant tactical maneuvers.
Wait, so we're fighting alongside the Thrakzz? That seems a little strange, considering our history with them.
It is. But sometimes you have to make alliances with those you don't fully trust.
The enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Exactly. If the Chasers were to wipe out the Thrakzz, they would be an even bigger threat to us.
So it's a matter of survival.
It is.
It's a reminder that things aren't always black and white in galactic politics.
You got that right. And it's not just the humans who are stepping up. The Kentor, with their ship-growing technology and their loyalty, they prove to be valuable allies too.
It's good to see different species working together.
It is. Shows that cooperation is possible, even in the midst of conflict.
Amidst all this chaos, I almost forgot about Maddie Newson. What about her investigation?
She's been digging deeper into the Daiwini surrender and the mysteries surrounding the gem and the bridge.
And what she found?
She's found some pretty shocking things, actually. Remember those rumors of a human presence on the gem 1,000,000 years ago?
Yeah, but those just rumors, right? Ancient legends.
Well, it seems there might be some truth to them. Evidence is starting to emerge, suggesting that humans might have played a role in the events leading up to the time of darkness.
Wow, that changes everything. If humans were involved 1,000,000 years ago, what does that mean for us now?
It's a big question, and the answers are still out there. But just as we're starting to piece things together, the story throws us another curveball. The Crucible vanishes again.
No way. Not again. Where did it go this time?
It doesn't just reappear somewhere else in the galaxy. It jumps to another universe.
Another universe. That's even more mind-boggling than the first time.
And guess who's inside?
Uh-oh. I have a bad feeling about this. Not Hal Jennings, is it?
Yep. He was trying to reprogram the Crucible, remember? Got caught in the jump, and now he's stranded in another universe.
Poor Hal. That's a whole other level of trouble.
It is. And to make matters worse, we're getting reports of another Crucible being built.
Another one. So there's one in another universe with Hal trapped inside and another one being built here.
That's right.
The stakes just keep getting higher.
They do.
It sounds like the galaxy's on the verge of exploding.
It certainly feels that way. What do you think is going on, listener? Is Hal Jennings lost forever? Who's building these crucibles, and what's their ultimate goal?
Hal Jennings stranded in another universe. A second crucible being built.
Yeah.
Flight of the Nuvukz really leaves you hanging.
It does, but it also pushes us to think bigger, doesn't it? What's out there beyond our own little corner of the galaxy?
It's both exciting and kind of scary, right?
Yeah.
But in the middle of all this chaos, it's inspiring to see how humans keep adapting.
Absolutely. And we're not alone in that. Remember the Kentor. They may have prioritized makers, but their approach to tech is amazing.
Their ship-growing tech is just wild, like something out of a dream.
Totally different way of thinking. They've even figured out how to mask their ship's mass.
So they look smaller than they are.
Yeah, makes them harder to target.
Smart.
Yeah.
And their leader, Ishnik.
She's a strong one.
Yeah, she seems like someone you don't want to mess with.
She's not afraid to question anything, even the Thrakzz.
That thing's guts.
It does. And her courage is really tested when the chasers attack again.
They attack again.
They do, yeah. And Ishnik takes command, leads a combined fleet of Kentor and human ships.
Wow, that's powerful. Two species fighting side by side.
It shows what's possible when we put aside our differences.
Exactly. And it's not just the Kentor, right? The Daiwini start sharing information too.
Yeah, they do. Maddie Newson's team has been digging deep, trying to understand the Sarducci and their role in the time of darkness.
What have they found out?
Turns out the Sarducci are even worse than we thought.
Worse.
They're masters of chaos. They thrive on manipulating others, causing conflict.
That's chilling. What's their goal, though? What are they trying to achieve?
That's the big mystery. But we do know they're the ones behind those crucibles.
Both of them.
Both of them.
Why?
We know the crucibles can create programmed matter, but what are they creating? And for what purpose? That's what we need to figure out.
It's like a giant jigsaw puzzle, and we're missing most of the pieces.
Exactly. And as the story goes on, we realize the Sarducci's plan is bigger than just conquering the galaxy.
Bigger? What could be bigger than that?
They want to reshape reality, impose their will on existence itself.
That's a terrifying thought. To have that much power.
It makes you feel pretty small, doesn't it?
It does. But amidst all this cosmic dread, what about Hal? Is there any hope for him?
There might be. Turns out he's not alone in that other universe.
He's not.
No. He finds other humans, descendants from a lost expedition.
The lost colony of humans?
Yep.
Another universe. That's amazing.
It is. Shows how resilient humans can be. But this new world is dangerous too. Strange creatures, treacherous landscapes. Hal and his new allies have their work cut out for them.
Sounds like a whole other adventure.
Yeah.
But back in our galaxy, the fight against the Sarducci is coming to a head.
It is. The chasers are desperate for a win, and the Sarducci are ready to play their trump card.
This is it then, the final showdown. Does anyone survive?
Flight of the Nuvukz ends on a really uncertain note.
So we don't know what happens.
Not for sure. The fate of the galaxy is hanging in the balance, and the choices everyone makes will determine what happens next. It's a story that makes you think, you know. About how complex things are, the importance of working together, and facing the unknown.
Flight of the Nuvukz is a wild ride, full of twists and turns and big ideas.
It is, and it reminds us that even when things look bleak, there's always hope.
Hope and the power of choice. Well said. If you're looking for a story that'll challenge your perceptions, Cody's War is definitely worth checking out.
Agreed.
And remember, in this vast universe, we're all connected. Keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep diving deep.